life before the TSA was almost unrecognizable. You arrive at the airport, breezed through a metal detector, and kept your shoes and your shampoo. Post 9/11, Congress passed the Patriot Act, and security ramped up to a level that often felt more about control than real protection. The TSA shoe removal rule started in 2006 was supposedly uh, a response to Richard Reed's failed shoe bomb attempt in 2001. But even then, most security experts in countries, including Israel, called out the policy as unnecessary. As MIT's Yossi Sheffi put it, you don't take your shoes off anywhere but in the U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem now admits new tech makes this rule obsolete. But the uncomfortable truth is it was never really needed. Americans wasted nearly 30,000 collective years complying, all while being watched, scanned, and treated like suspects in the name of protection. See this one? First, the shoes went back on. Now, at U.S. airport security, more liquid on carry-ons might be at hand. So, they're rolling back a lot of things, especially 9/11. When this all started, TSA was born, and billions of dollars was going into that part of the government, the federal government, hiring people, and that's great. You have your own jobs, and it just seems like com- like complete control and humiliation, in my opinion, that these people, this government people, are just forcing this shit on us. I really don't see any point in it. Um, really though, there is no point in it. Uh, it's just total control. You have metal detectors. Metal detectors are radiation, and you know it's voluntary that you could just get a pat down, and the clear people are getting clear now, but those are long ass lines because they they gave you the false narrative that it's quick, it's more convenient, but then when more people sign on to it, it's just a bigger, longer line. You're using facial recognition. The facial recognition is going to be universal. That's what they're trying to push. Um, so the TSA shoes and stuff was ridiculous at first. Like there was no point in it. Some technology about the shoes and stuff, like scanning the shoes. Okay, whatever. But where we're moving into a digital age where your faces are going to be scanned, and if you violate any of those their rules, they're going to fucking ban you from flying. It's just annoying, in my opinion, that they did all this. They pander uh, for control. It's all about control. This is what they do. They fear mongering. They fear monger you. 9/11 was fear mongering you to give up your rights, give up you for the name of safety, and it just sucks, dude. It just sucks. I fuck TSA, bro. Like really. Take off your shoes. Take off your bags. Uh, I just don't know. I mean, there's a lot to it. And if you're awake and you understand where the direction we're going to with this digital currency, and everything's going to be on your phones, your medical, uh, just things that we take we take for granted, and we trust in the government to keep us safe, but slowly they are controlling us, telling us what to do, taking off our shoes when you didn't really need to take off your shoes, uh, the clear facial recognition, all this stuff. I'm just repeating myself. But the TSA's annual budget ballooned from 4.8 billion in 2002 to 8 billion by 2025. Yet most of that went to labor, not new tech. Oh, that's interesting. As of July 2025, more than 60% of Americans say they don't trust TSA procedures to actually keep them safe. 60%? See, I'm not the only one, man. And that keeps growing and growing and growing. That only 7% of countries worldwide ever require routine shoe removal at airports. Damn, 7%? Yeah, when we went to Mexico, they didn't ask for it. I'm like, I was getting ready to take off my shoes. They're like, no, 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 you don't need to. You don't take off your shoes. Like, are you American? Like, yeah, oh my God. Uh, the number of TSA agents tripled between 2001 and 2025, making TSA one of the largest federal employers. Really interesting. Yeah, and they're just they're fucking just power hungry TSA workers, you know. And they're stealing shit too. Like the fuck. They're stealing stuff through dipping their hands in it. I don't know. If you're and then the bottles and everything. Oh, I looked it up. And they say the reason because, you know, you could easily make like a combustion bomb or something if you like shake it or whatever with anything water bottle. I don't know. But since 2006, not a single US bound commercial flight has been stopped due to a shoe-borne explosive. Comment below your thoughts. What do you think? I know a lot of people, it says 60%, that people are sick of TSA. TSA is really not needed. That at that time, 9/11, if you know, you know that that they just enforced the Patriot Act and surveilled everyone. And now everyone is an enemy, and you know, the government is attacking Americans and surveilling you. We're moving into that surveillance state. And if we call it out now and don't comply to any of this stuff that they're pushing onto us because of the name of convenience, always convenience, especially when you go on the freeway and these toll places give you like charging you cents by taking because of the convenience of going on the fast lane and stuff. Like that's part of it. That's surveillance state. You see these cameras, these flock cameras, black cameras around your city. They're fucking watching you. They're watching you, the type of car, AI now, the type of car you're driving, any changes you have, the license plate. They're all surveilling us. But we got to push back. We cannot comply to this stuff. Okay? Just you got to research more. You got to go down the rabbit hole and don't be ignorant. Don't be emotional about the type of people that you don't want to listen to because they have valuable information. And just don't be ignorant. Be awake. Understand that this stuff is happening. And it's been happening for a long time. It doesn't matter which party is doing it. They're both doing it. And MAGA, you're being ridiculous right now. Like, do you not see Trump losing his base over the Epstein files, the $1 trillion added to the deficit, more funding wars, continue funding wars? Do you not hear about the Ukraine that he's going to give billions of dollars to them already? Just to they're a losing cause. They're scratching for more people to throw in the meat grinder. They're losing the war. And now Putin is like, no, we want all of Ukraine. Trump doesn't have the cards, guys. If you just pay attention and understand that, but MAGA don't want to. They want to trust the plan. What plan? We're moving to a surveillance state with the AI grid, AI in Texas, huge database, cooling stations, or all this stuff. You got to pay attention because no one's going to save us, okay? It's only us, the people, coming together and understanding this because we have that power. As a consciously, everyone, we're moving that direction, exposing a lot of things. We got to hold them accountable for a lot of things, especially that Epstein file. We got to get that Epstein file out, okay? It has a lot of information with people on that list, manifests, transactions, things that yeah, guys, there's a lot to it. I'm not very well versed on it because I feel like I'm everywhere talking about it, but I could think it. I could think it. That's the thing. But it's wild to think how quickly we traded convenience and privacy for the promises of safety. Exactly. And now, and how long we kept up the charade, the shoe rule was never about real threats. It was about making us feel like the government was doing something. It's hard not to feel insulted when you realize how much time and dignity we lost to rituals no one else bothered with. Looking back, this wasn't just about shoes. It's about how easily fear can erode common sense and how slow we are to admit when something just doesn't work anymore. Maybe next time we should ask for proof before we take our shoes off. Do you guys remember those the vaccine cards? Whatever happened to that? You know what was that going to be, right? It was going to be a digital, and if you didn't get the vaccine cards, you couldn't do whatever you want at all. They're going to say, "Oh, well, you're not caught up on your vaccine card, so you can't go to the stores, grocery." That we're moving in this direction. We really are. Comment below your thoughts. What do you think? The shoe stuff, was it necessary? For how many years we were taking off our shoes? People's fucking feet stink and shit, and embarrassing and all that thing. There were times I was like, I don't want to take off my shoes, bro, because my feet stink.